All right, so most job applications require, a resume, maybe a few references, a cover letter. But at the University of Washington, you'll also need to pledge allegiance to the DEI machine. For instance, right now they're looking for an associate professor of school psychology, whatever that is. But applicants must provide a one-page diversity statement describing your identity, positionality, experience, and commitment to DEI. And then a description of how your work will further the College of Education's commitment to racial equity and social justice. Here to discuss is Cliff Mass. He's a professor of atmospheric and climate science at the University of Washington. Professor, this is so wild. You're also on the hiring committee. So why the allegiance to diversity over merit?
Well, the first thing they do is look at the DEI statement. So if you apply to a position at the University of Washington, the DEI statement comes first. If that's good enough, then they'll evaluate your real qualifications. But it's really worse than that. You have to, in your statement, note what you've done in the past to support DEI, and then promise to support DEI in the future, and be specific of what you'll do to support DEI if they do give you tenure or they do give you a position at the University of Washington.
You're not getting hired today at the University of Washington. I mean, really? I mean, would you even bother applying at this point? I mean, I don't see you at the top of the list of hiring at the University of Washington. I don't care about your academic pedigree. All right, in a statement to the Angle, the university said that their hiring practices adhere to state and federal laws and ensuring that race is not a factor in hiring, and the job post was in compliance with these laws. But to prevent any ambiguity or misinterpretation, Professor, they're canceling it and providing additional guidance on hiring practices before it is reposted. Professor, they've kind of got their hands caught in the cookie jar here, and they're trying to massage this a little bit. But it is what it is in the university setting, correct? I mean, if you're a white male and you're applying for a position in the government department or the English department, you're probably going to be pretty far down on the list.
Well, I've been on committees that have evaluated candidates. And let's say, some preference is given to people with certain backgrounds. That's undoubtedly going on right now. And the University of Washington is one of the major universities in the country that are still doing it. Some schools back east, the University of Austin, for instance, are not doing this anymore. But certainly all the Washington state schools are using DEI as an important tool to screen people out.
Well, Professor, are you popular at the university? Would you consider yourself a popular figure among the deanlets and the dean community and the administrator class?
Well, I've had some problems, and some people who think like me have had problems. And, that certainly has happened. Let's face it, most of the faculty at the University of Washington subscribe to a very left-leaning view. And perhaps 10% of the faculty are moderates or conservatives right now. That's very different than a few years ago. If you go back 40 years ago, there were plenty of people that were Republicans and conservatives at the University of Washington. Now there's hardly any. So the whole demographics have changed radically of the faculty.
Almost no ideological diversity, forced compliance, and forced adherence to the liberal orthodoxy. This is their new religion. Professor, you're brave to speak out, and we really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.